acting black, there's an expectation of that oftentimes, right? That there'll be a certain amount of Lowry's sprinkled into your presentation, I guess.
Hot sauce in your bag.
Yeah, a little hot sauce. Now,
Swag.
you know I won't do that. You know I won't give her that. Right. Welcome to another episode of Whine and Whine, where a few girls get together, do a little drinking, and a whole lot of whining. So, today I want to talk about acting your age and not your color. That was the poll topic that people brought up. So,
what does that even mean?
I'm
gonna need
I
some
was going to clarify because I know it was a little murky.
Mm-hmm.
So, they have this thing. It's really about exploring cultural stereotypes.
Okay.
Right? So when people say act your age, we pretty much understand that they're saying like your actions should be aligned with whatever age category you're in. Even that's a little subjective, right? But there's this thing about acting black and acting white. And, I don't know if they have any other actings. Those are the only two I know about. They might have some. You acting Asian, who knows? But what is, do we find that offensive when people start talking about you're acting a certain color? You find that offensive?
It's just another way to divide black and white and to say that white is right and black is not.
So do you feel like when people say you're acting black, that's derogatory?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
So I personally felt like I actually had that issue happen to me over the course of a few years once I graduated college. Everyone was like, oh, so you just use big words and, you think you all of that? And I'm like, no, I'm just having a regular conversation with you. But because of the fact that, yes, I may have left this community to then probably come back after I've graduated, doesn't mean that I've lost my authentic self.
Because
it
just pontificating about the situation.
Just because college polishes you. College does polish you. Oh. You do get into conversation with people that you would normally not have around you. And so it's easier for some people
I
to
guess
say,
you didn't go to an HBCU then.
I did not. I wanted to, but I did not. I did go to a predominantly white school. And
school? Yeah. Look at you talking white.
She changed for the whole.
I did.
You didn't learn to say school. Oh my God. I had a business for quite a long time. And there were certain rules I had around certain things. Dress codes, what kind of music was going to be played in there. Or, a certain standard around a lot of things. And some of my employees said to me, you're trying to run this business like it's white. Right? I'm sorry, but what won't be happening in here is when they open the door, Biggie's gonna be on there, die like a mother, howl like a mother, That's what's That's what's not gonna be happening in here. So my point is, this was black people talking about standard business practices being acting white. This wasn't some outside culture using that in a derogatory way. This was black folks saying, why are you trying to create this standard? And this standard, black folks saying, now you're trying to act right. And this was basic business practices to me.
I've never heard a white person say that. Like, just like with the teasing.
It's inferred.
With the teasing and stuff, I think we were taught to fight with each other.
Wait, you've never heard a white person say that? Mm-mm. I have.
They say it to you in very subtle
like
ways.
You're talking, or like, wow, like you sound really
articulate.
Yeah, or a euphemism like for a black person is the thing that they say or don't say.
Or
but
you're
implied.
you're so authentic. Oh my God, you're so colorful.
Yeah,
like because we are
so eccentric.
The colored people are so colored. Wow. Oh my God, you're such an ethnic vibe.
So
about
I
you.
personally
so
feel
urban.
like the urban.
But people
Remember
would
that
sometimes
term?
make comments about that, about how they talk. They were like, wow, like, you sound really educated. You sound really articulate. As if to say that, like, inherently being black means that you can't be articulate.
Right.
Like, that they had to learn that somehow. And that it's somehow better to be, to speak with a certain, like, accent than it is to talk like you're from the hood or whatever.
This is Whine on the Streets. It's your girl Charlene, and today we are going to be talking about different stereotypes. What does it mean to act your color?
Wow, that's a good one.
As a black woman, it means that I'm supposed to like have no emotions, carry it all, can't be weak, expected to be angry.
I think acting your color is a stereotype that we give each other to make it easier for us to understand the people that we're meeting on a day-to-day basis. I don't necessarily think that all stereotypes are true, but they do have some truth to it.
Acting your color is really ignorant, so I wouldn't even use it or even make a definition for it.
What does it mean to act your color?
To act my color, I don't act any color.
What are the different stereotypes in different races that you see?
Jewish people tend to be cheap. Indians tend to smell a curry.
Well, white people, entitlement, they're right, they're correct. They expect things to be the way they are.
Mexicans tend to work harder than others, which makes it feel like other people don't work hard. Ecuadorians are the new Mexicans.
Black people and watermelon. Yeah, I do love watermelon though. I do love some watermelon and some fried chicken, and I don't care.
That's all we have for today. It's your girl Charlene. When you see me in the streets, holla at me.
How do you feel like advertisers use stereotypes, and is it offensive? I think about some of these songs now because the old school rap is in a lot of these commercials now too, but a lot of times now they're sanitized, right? So you hear the rap record, but it's clearly some white person singing it, sucking every bit of soul out of it. So, and they're appealing to a different demographic who, once again, like another subject we had, they like to take what we have and appropriate it, but they sanitize it to try to appeal to another market.
Exactly.
But,
That's like how Elvis Presley became famous, was from stealing black music.
Every white artist.
Yeah, pretty much.
I listen to Justin Bieber now, and I was like, he
I
got more
love
soul.
Justin
Listen,
Bieber. I'm
I
trying
like
not
him too.
to, but I love him.
But listen here, his song, this song he has out now.
Is it too late?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I love
That song
that
is-
But look
song.
who he's under. He's under Usher, right?
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
if he
his,
still
like,
is,
Wow.
his protege
but
or
I
something.
juxtapose it to Usher and Rihanna, who keep trying to make this music that's more appealing to the white folks, and Justin's over here with the subtle reggae toning back. Dun, 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 dun. So when we look at it, when the white folks get to do stuff, well, what are they doing in these ads to try to attract the black folks? And do we feel like it aligns with who we are?
Yeah.
Or remember the ad, how excited people were with the ad with the father cheerleading with his daughter?
Yes,
Yeah.
And how cute that was. It was like, yes, they're probably showing us in some kind of positive light with a father who's actively engaged in his daughter's life, but those are relatively new.
They always find the negative about black people and black culture and put it out in mainstream. I thought we discussed this.
But is it negative? Is it negative or is it appropriate? I mean,
It's not appropriate. It is definitely not appropriate. But what can you
But why
do
is
when
it not
this is-
appropriate if it's actually reflective of what's happening?
Because
That's kind
they're
of my
only
question.
You love the
they're only
Popeyes.
showing one way. I eat Popeyes, but it's only showing one side of our culture, which is the more what's her name, Shanae type of person.
Shanae.
You went all the way to Shanae, did
That's
you?
his
No, but
person
everybody
that
know who Shanae
they're
is.
showing.
Bro.
So are stereotypes needed to be able to identify with particular ethnic groups, do you think?
The stereotypes on TV and in advertisements just keep reinforcing the stereotypes that people expect to see in real life. So it's harmful not just
Who expects to see them?
everybody, I think.
Not
People
us
who
black
receive the advertisements, yes.
But like if
They
I'm a
do.
white person and I'm watching TV and I see a black person doing like, ooh, sister, and then that's what I'm gonna think that black people do. So it's harmful to everybody because it's just reinforcing the stereotypes.
Right.
Are black folks comfortable with these stereotypes now too? Are we like, yeah, that's about right?
Depending on which environment you're in. Like, if I'm in a professional environment and someone, talks to me about a stereotype, I'm automatically offended. But if I'm in my girlfriend's living room, like I am right now, and you talking to me about stereotypes, I'm like, well, all right, yeah, and.
But why do they need the black folks breakdancing to sell a car?
They don't, but they think it's trendy or funny.
With a hydrant on, and the kids playing in the hydrant.
Well, we talked about how black culture is in right now, so they're capitalizing on that to sell a product, right? So they know that white people really like black culture at this moment, so they're like, oh, sweet, like look at those.
At this moment,
great
girl,
they always liked it. They were just silent about it.
I'm thinking about the salt and pepper commercial when they were singing "Push It" in it, and they had all the different scenarios. But there were no black people in the commercial other than them. Like they were singing "Push It," right? But the man was mowing the lawn, and the lady was in labor, and the elevator, push the button and stuff. It was a great commercial. But when I thought about these scenarios, having a baby with your partner, going to work, mowing the lawn in front of your suburban house, there were no black people engaged in the activities they said to push it. But you had them dressed in their 90s clothes, and those are my girls, and Lord knows that was my era. But, it just came to me, like, in terms of the black folks in there, again, we singing and chilling, and these activities, mundane activities, were all being executed.
Which is so crazy
folks.
because, like, black people don't mow their lawn or, like, have babies. Like, there's no reason they couldn't
with our
have.
Partner.
I think they
sit
were
on our
trying
lawn
to.
and play dominoes.
I think what they were trying to do was show that yes, white people do listen to these black artists, these songs. They like it to make it look normal. I think that's really what it was. That's the way in which.
But are we just relegated? I guess I'm thinking about that ad. Like, are we just relegated to the entertainment?
Yeah, that's a really valid point, and
yeah, that is
happens a lot.
That was definitely a drop the mic question. Like that really was.
I'm good for those on occasion.
That really was. Yeah.
I wish we had more time to talk about this, but right now, let's drink.
Yes. Yeah, you guys weren't even really drinking.
Yeah, well, next time.
Now I look like I'm doing too much.
Okay, well, Today's business spotlight is on Freeman Lipscomb and his company Free Lifestyle. He's a personal trainer. He's also a sports performance coach, and he does adolescent mentoring. Welcome and welcome.
The name of my company is Free Lifestyle, and I design fitness programs based on your fitness lifestyle. So I don't take everything away from you. So I ask you what you love. So if your favorite dessert is Twinkies, instead of having you eat 12 Twinkies, I'll rationalize with you and be like, okay, well, you're going to have 3 Twinkies a week now. And then we work from there where you can completely just have 1 Twinkie a week. You work out with me for a week and then you get 1 Twinkie. So what we're going to focus on right now is the health of your organs, the liver, the kidneys. These are the things that help to detoxify your body.
Right.
The less toxins you have on your body, the more your body could focus on burning fat and building muscle. So that's when the whole, especially with African Americans, we're so quick to go to the scale. But we need to understand that your body's going to look thinner the more muscle you have and the less fat you have. So we'll just focus on there and designing a professional meal plan for you where you incorporate in juicing of greens at least once a day. I feel like everybody should have some lime enzymes to help detoxify your body.
I really would love for you to talk about your mentoring program really quickly.
Yeah, so my mentoring program, there's a couple of books that changed my way of thinking, and I thought about how can I change adolescents' lives in an urban community. And it's all about how we think because of all the propaganda through the music. We're getting so much venom that's poisoning our culture.
So what are you offering these people to counterbalance that, these kids?
The importance of reading. Me being an entrepreneur myself, I teach adolescents, like, what is it that you love to do? Because I feel like that's how you're going to fulfill your purpose in life. And you become an expert at something you love, that's God's work. You can't be stopped. Because in your spirit, whatever's in your spirit is connected to the universe. So you'll have as much money, you'll have abundance. If you do what you love and you stick with it, and go through the ups and downs and become an expert at something, people are gonna love you.
It was a pleasure to meet all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you
You're
so
making me
much
blush.
for coming.
You're making me blush.
Mission accomplished.
Thank you guys for joining us on another episode of Whine and Whine. Make sure to comment below. Give us another topic to whine about. Don't forget to tune in Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Bye.
Hey, all you wine connoisseurs out there. Tonight we are drinking a Riesling by Bluefin. This wine is very sweet and fruity, and it's got some lovely notes of melon, apple, and honey. This would pair excellently with some Korean food. So if you and your friends are having a fun and cultural evening, be sure to grab a bottle of this. Enjoy.
Yeah.